Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Before you start watching this, please get rid of any distractions. Keep a paper and pen to note down important points. Remember that patience is the key to learn and practice calligraphy. This video will help you if you have wanted to learn for a long time and don't know where to start, or if you are a self-taught artist and looking for the basic knowledge to learn proper forms and proportions of calligraphy. Through this video, you will learn number 1, the method with measurements, number 2, the writing tools, papers, and inks to be used, number 3, hand and pen movements, number 4, a little practice by me. There are more than 30 scripts of Arabic calligraphy used all over the world. I'm sharing a few here. These scripts can be roughly categorized into 6 major scripts: Sulus, Naskh, Nastaliq, Diwani, Riqa, and Kufi. In this video, I'll be talking about the Thuluth Script, which is quite popular. You can see it on the mosques in Haram and Masjid-e-Nabwi. First of all, we will talk about the Arabic alphabets. There are 29 alphabets in Arabic. If you look closely, many alphabets look same, which will make it easier for you to learn. For example, if you look at Ba, Ta, Sa, all are same. Jim, Ha, Kha, Sin, Shin, these are similar in their shapes and forms. This means we are actually left with only 18 letters to practice, and we'll focus on these letters. Let's further our discussion about joining the letters to make a word or a module. There are 3 types of letters: individual letters, finishing letters, and commencing letters.
Individual letters in Arabic, Hamza is the only individual letter that doesn't connect with any other letter and is written separately. Doesn't connect at left or right. Then we have finishing letters. Finishing letters can appear only at the end of a word or module. A module is a cluster of 2 or more letters. There are only 4 finishing letters: Alif, Dal, Ra, and Waw. Next we have commencing letters. Commencing letters can appear anywhere in a word or module. These include Ba, Jim, Sin, Swad, Ta, Ain, Fa, Qaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Noon, Ha, and Ya.
Now let's go through the learning steps. First of all, when you start practicing, you will start with the practice of individual letters. Once you learn how to write the individual letters, then you start paired letters, like combination of 2 letters and then combination of 3 letters. And then when you're done with it, then you start sentences. You'll start practicing the complete sentences. This is how you take the practice step by step. Now let's talk about scaling and measurements. It is the backbone of learning any script in Arabic calligraphy. It will help you to write a right letter properly. Once you learn it, it will become a second nature and you won't have to measure again and again. So very first thing you need to know is nukta or cut. This shape that I am going to draw over here, it is basically a square on a 45-degree angle. Now this is the base unit for scaling and measurement in Arabic calligraphy. So every letter has a basic length or height or width, और हर लेटर को हम इन कट्स की मदद से मेजर करते हैं, लेंथ में भी, विड्थ में भी और हाइट में भी. With some letters we have a lot of flexibility. Like Alif, it can be as tall as 11 cuts or nuktas, and it can be as short as 4 nuktas, though its standard height is 7 nuktas. Let me show you how to write Alif. I'm going to इसकी measurement में 7 nuktas की ले रही हूँ. Always take a deep breath and start writing very slowly. Start writing from the top. Alif is not a perfectly vertical letter. It is a little tilted. And then we put a crown at the top, or we also call it hilya. इसको ताज भी कहते हैं. It is 7 cuts tall.
Now let's take a look at letter connections. There are some letters that will only connect at their right, for example, alif, and there are some letters that connect at their left and right both sides, like ba, jim, sin, etc. Then there are some letters that will connect only at left. Um, so you will follow the structure. The structure is same as that of Urdu. You will follow that for Arabic too. जैसे हम उर्दू में जोड़ तोड़ या वर्ड्स को लिखते हैं, वर्ड्स को कनेक्ट करते हैं, सेम वही स्ट्रक्चर फॉलो होगा अरेबिक में भी. Let me show you how to write some word, how to make the connections. I've written here ba with alif, jim with alif. Alif can only connect to its left. Then here is ha and dal, had, and jim and ra. Next. Sin is also one of the letters that can connect to their left and right both. So here I am writing ba sin mim, bism. Look at the way sin has connected to its both sides. Similarly, ba can connect at its both sides. Jim can connect both sides. राइटिंग के लिए पेपर आपका ग्लॉसी होना चाहिए, थिनर मैगजीन टाइप ग्लॉसी, सो दैट इट डज नॉट एब्जॉर्ब ऑल द इंक. ठीक है जी. नाउ हाउ टू होल्ड द पेन and at what angle. Let me give you a little demonstration. Let's draw a clock. Many calligraphers believe that the angle at which your column hit the paper should be 45 degrees, but every script has a different angle. Let's draw a clock. यहाँ पे मैंने ये पूरा clock draw किया है, 12, 1, 2 and 3. Now for Sulis, the angle at which we hit the paper, it should be between 12 and 1, which is quite a big range. Most of the time it is perfectly vertical with a slight offset. It keeps rotating while you write a letter. It keeps rotating between 12 and 1 o'clock, 12 and 1 o'clock. ठीक है जी, कुछ भी आप लिखेंगे वो 12 to 1 के दरमियान ही आपका कलम की जो टिप है वो रोटेट करेगी, और वंस यू पुट द कलम ऑन द पेपर, उसके बाद आपने उसको कलम की टिप को आगे से या पीछे से उठाना नहीं है, वो पेपर पे ही रहेगी और पेपर पे रह के ही रोटेट करेगी. ओके, यू कैन ऑल्सो पुट योर हैंड अंडरनीथ योर राइटिंग हैंड टू गिव सपोर्ट. अगर आपको मूव करने में हाथ को प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, कलम को थोड़ा सा पीछे से पकड़ें और अपना एक हाथ नीचे रख लें, तो भी आपको हेल्प होगा, इजीली आप राइट कर सकते हो. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द राइटिंग टूल्स नाउ. For Arabic calligraphy, an oblique chisel tip instrument is used. It is a requirement, you cannot work without it. Let me show you some of my pen and columns. The size of the letters you write depend upon the size of the column you use. जो साइज कलम का होगा उतना ही वो कट प्रोड्यूस करेगा, और कट से ही आप मेजरमेंट्स करते हैं. Now there are Sharpies, Java pens and Jelly pens. This one here is Jelly pen. You can use brushes as well, but I will suggest you to write with the bamboo column, which has been used since the times the Arabic calligraphy started, and it produces the best results. So, column is the best to use. I've been practicing with columns since since a long time. Okay, next let's talk about ink preparation. I have used these containers, ideal for preparation of ink and using it. I'm adding ink and water in the ratio of 2 to 1. For every 2 drops of ink, you add 1 drop of water. Okay, also you can put cotton or silk pieces in ink. It absorbs ink, and when you dip the pen in the jar, the column won't take any extra ink and it won't drip, and it will keep your work tidy. I have used the surgical gauze. I have cut a piece and then put it in the container. इसको अच्छे से dip करना है इसमें. जब ये ink को absorb कर ले, then you start dipping the pen and start working with it. It will keep your work neat and clean. There will be no drippings. ये inks हैं मेरे पास, ये dropper inks हैं. These are available at any paint shop. These have very bright colors. Then this is drawing ink. It is also very good. I also use Winsor & Newton's Indian ink, but it is quite thick and dark. You have to add lots of water.
I have also used Sennelier inks. These are quite thin, you don't need to add water into them. Also, they come with droppers, so very convenient. Ecoline is also a good brand. Their pigment is quite strong, and I have a few colors in Ecoline. And I really like the pigment, it's too strong and very good to work with. Now let's talk about the paper. You need glossy, slippery paper to work on so that your kalam runs smooth on it. So there are different papers with different kinds of thickness that you can use very easily. I have these books. These are available out there from different publications. You can use them. And also I want to tell you, look at the practice that I have done. You have to write a word multiple times. While I was practicing, I wrote a word like hundreds of times to get a grip on it. Here is some of my practice work and also sharing some of my early work of calligraphy with you, all in Thuluth Script. I hope that you liked this video and I hope that you will learn something from this video. Keep practicing every day. Sit in peaceful environment and practice, and inshallah you will learn. You will have a grip on the calligraphy. It takes time. Best of luck. Allah Hafiz.